This video is going to be a really quick introduction into PowerShell's integration with StoragePoint. We're going to dive into some quick examples, show you really how to get started, and then let you go on to execute a lot of these scripts on your own. Just as a quick overview, PowerShell commandlets are really just intended to help automate a lot of StoragePoint's actions that you might want to perform in bulk. Oftentimes when you're looking at larger environments and working in larger environments, you're going to have a lot of endpoints and you're going to have a lot of profiles. So commandlets provide a much easier way to do things like add new profiles or new endpoints, update any of these, delete, make any kind of real edit or change in bulk instead of having to do it through the UI. Actually, I've got central admin up here, so if you go look at a lot of these endpoint properties and these profile properties, there is a lot. You can imagine if you have a lot of endpoints or a lot of profiles, you're going to have to update these, and you have to update them. You're going to have to do a lot of work in the UI. You're going to have to go from one screen to another for endpoints, maybe go to profiles, maybe add several new endpoints to profiles, maybe even just have to add a new profile because you're creating a non-production environment. It's quite a common scenario that we constantly get asked, and this is a great way to address it. If you want to really do any kind of operation in bulk, PowerShell is where you're going to want to start. Also, for your reference, if you just go to our website, go to the documentation section, filter down to StoragePoint, you'll see our PowerShell and API guide. I've actually got it open here, and you can see it's quite extensive. You'll get a lot of your addings, your gets, your sets, your removes, and it's just a great way to even see examples here. You can see right away several examples that we already provide to you, so you can just run through a lot of these, get started, and learn the properties, learn all the different values that you can set and update, and really go from there. I'll start here just by showing you really how to get started. So go quickly to your server on your web front end and just search for the StoragePoint management shell. Start typing StoragePoint here. Open it if you want to in the file location just to see where it is. It should be by default under the MetaLogics folder under StoragePoint. And I'll go ahead and just pop it up here. It's a simple PowerShell console with our snap-in already plugged in there. If you much prefer the ISE like I do anyway, you can always just add the StoragePoint snap-in at any time, much in the same way that you can see you can add your SharePoint snap-in that you're already probably doing with a lot of your PowerShell scripts. So again, you can throw your StoragePoint scripts quickly and easily into pieces that you already have set up today for automation and scripting that you've already done. Okay, well, let's go ahead and run through some really quick and simple examples. One of the most common requests we get is, well, let's start with adding a profile. So I've of course got some set up here. I'm just going to paste them into my console. You can see I've got the first line to actually grab the content database that I want to externalize. I know I have a site in here, just a publishing site called publishing with the URL there. And I'm going to grab that content database that the site actually lives in. And you can see really simple way to create a new profile. I am calling it PowerShellin. We are scoping it at the content database level. We are using RBS, of course, instead of EBS, which we should all be doing. We're going to have externalization flipped on. My endpoint that I'm going to add to this profile is called NAS there, and it's going to be a synchronous profile where you can see that I even actually have defined a backup endpoint, as well as blob retention period of 30 days and a backup blob retention period of 180 days. Really quick and easy way. It looks like it's finished executing there. Let's go ahead to my profiles, and voila, there it is, called PowerShellin. If you were looking at my screen before, you would have noticed that it wasn't there, and of course now is. You can see all of my properties that I filled in. Even my NAS endpoint is added. 30 days of unused blobs has been set. So again, this is a really simple example, but it just shows the power that you can have when you actually set these scripts up. We've got clients who have massive scripts for everything from deployment and updates that they already have in place, and this is again just a really easy way for you to plug your own StoragePoint scripts into scripts that you already even have. Let's do another quick example. What if you wanted to even update something like your unused blob retention, which I always suggest we have our clients look at. If you wanted to maybe extend it to match how many days you're keeping your backups for, you can quickly and easily run a similar type of script where I'm going to have my blob retention value being set to 42. And I'm going to run through all of my profiles and actually just increase that to 42. And it looks like it's already saved and executed. So again, once you get started, you can see how easy it is to quickly automate really your entire StoragePoint setup, your entire StoragePoint configuration, and update it from there as well. This could be, again, very useful for creating your non-production farms. One last note that you should keep in mind as well is that we not only have a PowerShell API, but we have an open API for integration with maybe any of your custom applications all through C#. So if you needed to commit any action, maybe during an upload or during a save of a file, you can actually use our StoragePoint PowerShell C# API to integrate your existing applications with StoragePoint.